When you're in the midst of infertility, this is a place that can draw out a lot of emotions for you and thoughts and feelings, meaning there's a place of loneliness, there's a place of feeling how can you feel connected within your own community, knowing that you have a lot of people that are not walking the same path as you. We're filming this ahead of Mother's Day intentionally to be able to provide for you a resource to connect with as that time approaches. Mother's Day is a very well celebrated holiday, and it represents of birth and life and how women everywhere have given birth and are contributing to this cycle of life. But if you are in the depths of, or maybe even in the beginning stages of infertility, you may find this place of loneliness or emptiness where there isn't this opportunity for you to give life. You may not be able to experience those same things that others are experiencing right now. Maybe you are a single adult who has made career a priority and is suddenly realizing that you would like to have a family, but the context to how to gain that family may be out of reach. You may be married or have a partnership with someone, and there's financial reasons that you can't able to conceive or able to utilize resources to help grow your family. There are many different reasons why at times that an individual or a couple are unable to have a family or grow or conceive a child. And in that process or in that midst, you may find yourself wondering, where do you belong on such a day like this? How do you fit in to a very well-known, celebrated time of year? It's a very well-intentioned, good holiday, but at times it can really bring out this sadness, this anger and resentment towards others who may be experiencing something that you want. In this process, I would invite you to reflect on how you can utilize this time to grow your own identity and security in this kind of holiday or this kind of situation that invites others so warmly, so with such a welcoming. How can you yourself find a place of belonging and acceptance? Perhaps you are an aunt or a professional that works with kids. Perhaps you are a nanny, or you are a best friend of someone who has a family. You know, maybe you don't have as many opportunities to work with kids or be around kids, but you still want to have a family of your own. Now, how can you yourself find a place of welcoming or approval in a situation that usually gives a lot of attention to those people who have those resources or have those individuals in their life to help connect and make a family? Oftentimes, we might even try to live vicariously through others. We might try to think, oh, well, I'll just enjoy somebody else's kids and still share and nurture or still share a maternal instinct with them. And that can be a good thing. But at times we might even find that's even a little bit hurtful too, because we're not really being genuine with our authentic self. We're not giving space to the hurt that is there with not having our own children. Sometimes in life, there may not be opportunities that might be handed to you or be provided to you to grow your family. How do you grapple with this? How do you find your identity and security and knowing that it may be potential that you don't have a family? Oftentimes we equate our worth or our value as a person or as a woman, for example, on being able to have children. And that's where we might really find that that's where our purpose in life is. However, I invite you to take some time to reflect on how to make peace with yourself, how to make peace with the possibility that, at this time and in the season of life, how can you integrate life with you that is not potentially maybe built around having children, but that is an inclusive life that invites lots of different opportunities and lots of different chances to engage in life, whether it's through traveling or whether it's through serving others, and also creating space for when you do feel sad and you do feel angry and upset that you are not able to grow your family. Taking time to explore what those thoughts and feelings mean, and where you can still have worth and value. So I would invite you to journal about what you're thinking and feeling. Journaling might be whether you just record yourself talking or whether you write it all out. But write out what you're thinking and feeling. Sometimes there's core beliefs that are surrounded by those thoughts and feelings. Like, I really want to have a baby. I've always wanted to be a mother. I find value and worth in being a mom. There seems to be a wider acceptance for people who are moms. And follow that with, okay, in my life, I've been able to accomplish these things. I've been able to be a mentor. I've been able to professionally teach kids. I've been able to be of support to my friends or my family who have kids. I've been able to offer my time and energy and, in a sense, freedom from not having children to be able to offer those services, those parts of you to be able to support your friends and family. Looking at things from a different perspective, that means that what you're doing now has value and worth. You don't have to always have what might be very important to you in your life to establish that value and worth, but that you have it now with who you are as a person and how you're able to integrate those parts of you to the people that you care about. I think it is important that people recognize that there's allowance for feeling what you're feeling, but it's also so important that you don't stay there at times too. Like, if you stay there, make sure you have this coping skills to help support you versus staying there and then developing this stuck cycle. You have a lot more to offer with and a lot more skills and talents than you think you do, and taking that time to dissect what those areas are. And you may not be recognized as widely as a mom or as a parent, but your friends and your family will recognize you, and they will appreciate you, and they will recognize that without your help at times, they wouldn't know what to do. And taking joy in knowing that your acts of service are very much like what a mom would do for her own kids.